Happy hump day, or it will be by the time you watch or listen to this episode. Welcome. It's your favorite podcast, Burgers and Brats. Got a great episode for all of y'all. Going to be talking some NBA Finals, Women's College World Series, and the new LIV tournament in Saudi Arabia with the PGA Tour. But first, before we break down that, shout out to Hefner Eye Care, located off 5757 Northwest 132nd Street off MacArthur Boulevard in Oklahoma City. Go check them out. Get some great sunglasses, glasses, contacts. Go get that eye exam. I know you guys need that eye exam. You got to get at least one or two every single year. So go check them out. Hefner Eye Care. Also check them out, hefnereyecare.com. Best in the business. Also check out Cozy Earth. Great bedding, clothing, nightwear, sleepwear, loungewear, anything you can think of. Use code PO40 PO40 for 40% off all of your purchases. And I got a special guest, my boy Reed Newport, joining us to break it all
What's
down.
going on, brother? I'm so proud of you, bro. You got sponsors,
Thank you.
plural
It's nothing
sponsors,
new.
bro.
I mean, you've been listening. I mean,
You
I
came
got
a
the
long
sponsor.
way. I know, but that's just crazy. I don't think I've ever been on and watched an ad read, so that was wild.
Yeah, it's pretty it's something, but it got to get the name out there. Got to get those people buying. They paying that money to get
Absolutely,
me to say the name.
for
That's the
sure.
thing.
Go use this code.
Yeah. Reed, you give out your socials for everyone listening. I guess you got it on the screen right now if it's showing.
Yeah, I don't know if they can see it, but it's 580 Smoke on everything. DOK is my platform. THE_OAKA.
Yeah, shout out your company OAKA.
Yeah. Uh, we do like hip hop media basically in Oklahoma. Local interviews, behind the scenes, a bunch of cool stuff. So if you're into that, go check us out. We got some dope stuff.
Yeah, they got some dope swag too. Check that out too.
Yeah,
Great
we got the
interviews
merch.
I've been seeing and everything. Have you been paying attention to the NBA Finals? I guess obviously we have as sports fans. What are your overall reactions to it so far? Just overview.
I'm kind of I feel like the Celtics might be in trouble, bro.
Yeah, I
Honestly,
feel that.
before the series, I thought it was a good matchup. Um, obviously we hate the Warriors being. I'm a Thunder fan, hey, but can't root for them. But I mean, the way they were up in game one and then game two, obviously just
And
tore them up.
they got beat by
I don't
like
know.
25 in game two. I mean,
Yeah,
the Boston has basically won one quarter this whole these two games, and that was the fourth quarter in game one. Otherwise, Boston, I mean, it's been a pretty even matchup. I mean, obviously, game two is not. Maybe that was an anomaly for the series. Every year in the finals, there's one game, one team wins huge, and then next game, the other team wins huge. That happens every series in the finals every year, it seems like. But yeah, I picked the Boston in seven. I don't know if that was just the hatred for the Warriors in me, but it's not looking good. I think everything's favoring the Warriors right now, just with how that played out. And I mentioned it before. Boston was 9-1 or 10-1 against the spread on road games the last however many games that was in the postseason. So that's their second loss against the spread in the postseason. So if you're not winning the away games, which Boston is really good at doing, it's not going to look good because they are a whole different team at home, and it is not good at home. They have lost four of their last seven at home in the playoffs. Boston has. So they're gonna need one. Definitely one if they want to stay alive in
that's
this
tough.
series.
Yeah, for sure. If they don't split, it probably won't go back to Boston.
No, it's over. You're going to what is that 3-1 now? So
Yeah.
4-7 in the last that many at home. Yeah, Jason Tatum with the worst plus minus in NBA history in the finals. I believe game one where he went 3 for 17. Um, I'm not a huge. Are you a huge believer in plus minus? I'm really not. I don't really care about plus minus. I don't think it really matters. I think maybe the five on the floor, that plus minus is more important. I'm not a huge person in that.
I mean, there's definitely something to it. If your team's getting, you know what I mean, they're losing when you're on the court. That's not good, especially the star player. Um, I feel like analytics get kind of overhyped to some extent, but you definitely don't want to have that next to your name. Is not something you want. Anytime it's the worst anything in finals history, that's not something you want to be attached to.
Yeah, he went minus 36 in that game. When you're
That's
the
really
next coming
bad.
of Kobe Bryant. Yeah. I want to get what's your take on, are these antics, or just what is going on with Jason Tatum? Just everything is about Kobe Bryant now with him. I mean, yes, he can be as good, but it's a little too much now. Have you seen all
The armband was too much for sure.
the
And
armband
I
was just the
think
beginning. Then he texts him that I got you or whatever, and then 2 days
I
ago,
did
or
see that.
and then the one where he dresses up in the full like Kobe workout from when he worked out in Boston, he had the same shirt and shorts on. It was getting a little too much. And then I
I
saw on
just
his Instagram, it's got on his profile picture, the top half is Kobe Bryant laying on that basketball with his head on it, that iconic picture. And then underneath is Jason Tatum laying in the exact same position. So it's a little too much right now, I think, for
he's
me.
trying to channel his Mamba mentality, bro. You
Yeah, we're going
can't.
worst plus minus in NBA history in 3 for 17. Now he balled out game two, but it was not enough in the first half. I guess he disappeared in the second half. Boston was outscored 35-14 in the third quarter. This Warriors team is known for scoring in the third quarter. Um, what? So you're not really, you're kind of surprised by this 1-1 split right now, just the fashion of it.
Yeah, definitely the way it happened. I mean, you'd think if before the series, if the Celtics knew they were going to steal one in Oakland, or well, where they play now,
San Fran now.
wherever, San Fran, um, in Golden State, they'd probably be happy with it. But I just feel like the way it happened, I would be worried if I was a Celtics fan. Um, we'll see. I don't know. You got a Celtics in seven.
Uh, I did at first. I don't know if that's gonna take. This next game, game three, Robert Williams is questionable for Boston. For Golden State, we got Gary Payton, Otto Porter Jr., and Andre Iguodala who are questionable. Payton and Otto, I'm pretty sure, played in game two. Um, Last game, Jordan Poole with 5 3-pointers. So Jordan Poole finally stepped back up after a just disappearing in game one. Klay Thompson, I don't know where that dude's been. He's got to wait for game six to pop out. And then Steph Curry leads everyone in points, field goals made, and 3-pointers made. So you're getting a lot from Steph Curry. He's won that Finals MVP. Looks like if they continue holding on like this, he's going to get it. What are your predictions for game three and then the rest of the series?
I'm gonna say the Celtics bounce back game three, going back home. I'm sure they'll get a little momentum. I know the Garden's kind of weird. People, there's a home court advantage for sure
Not
in,
not
in
not right
Boston.
now.
Well, historically, um, but I bet they win game three. But I don't know if they're gonna. I don't think they win both at home and go up 3-1. I don't see that happening for sure. Um, I'd probably say split in Boston. If I had to call it, I would. Warriors. I don't know, 6 or 7. I don't know if they can pull another one out. The Celtics or not. I think they'll win game three for sure, and then the Warriors win the series. I don't know. We'll call it 6.5.
Yeah, I know we all thought it would go 7 games, but I mean Warriors and 6 sounds like a pretty solid bet right now. I do think the series splits in Boston, and I do think the series goes to 7. Just I mean these are two evenly matched teams. I mean similar records. I think 2 games difference on the year. Boston's the best defense team in the league. Warriors are. I mean these guys have been there 6 of the last 8 years in the finals. This team knows how to win. Boston's just I think really really young right now. Their guys are not stepping up when they need to be. Derek White may be the worst finisher of all time in the NBA from what I've been watching in in the finals. Dude, I don't think he's made a single layup. He can get to the paint, he can get to the bucket, but dude cannot make a bucket. From what I'm seeing, I'm just like, oh, I'd rather him shoot a half court shot than him shoot a layup right now. But also Golden State is 51-18 when scoring over 100 points. 51-18 on the season. I think the series does split, and I'll hold true to my Boston in 7, but I think it can be completely different after this series in Boston. I mean, once this game plays tonight, Wednesday, and then I guess in 2 more weeks, because that's how long we've been waiting for these games to actually happen. But
Why are they doing that? Like,
I don't know. I know
I got all ready to watch game 2 on, what was it? What they played on Sunday?
Sunday, yeah.
On Saturday, I got all ready to watch game 2, and it wasn't on.
Yeah, I mean,
Why are they giving
Sunday,
so much time
Wednesday,
off? You know?
it's awful. I mean, we got an action-packed Wednesday night of sports.
Yeah.
So you got Stanley Cups, playoffs, women's softball, college. I think baseball's back by then. I think this series still goes to 7. I hope the series goes to 7. That's what we all wanted. That's what we all thought it would. These are 2 really, really good teams. Made it to the finals for a reason. These teams are pretty evenly matched, but Boston Young Guns have got to step up because you know you're going to get it from Golden State. All right, so that's the NBA. Anything else to add on that?
What do you think about Curry, Finals MVP? Think
Yeah, if they win, there's no way he's not winning it. Dude, imagine they give it to Jordan Poole, bro. Oh, I hope so. I hope like some random dude starts balling out, like Otto Porter Jr. starts balling out the last like 3-4 games.
Shuts Jason Tatum down, they give it to him. Draymond or somebody.
Oh, dude, if Steph Curry doesn't win MVP, that hurts his legacy so much.
Bad, real bad.
Like he's maybe what, top 15 right now? Maybe top 20 spot 15.
Yeah.
So he's top 20, probably.
For sure top 20.
Yeah. If he wins a final MVP, that helps a lot. Or not a lot. I mean, it'll move him up a few spots, but I don't know if I'm putting him top 10. I don't know.
Not 0 for 3 Finals MVPs. I don't think so.
Yeah. Especially when you lose to what? Andre Iguodala. Who else did you lose to?
KD won a couple.
KD. Okay, yeah. I mean, they got carried. Okay. 2 years. I mean, they should. All right, yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
He wasn't gonna win.
I don't want to get into it.
Yeah, we don't have enough time for that. All right. NBA finals tonight. 8 o'clock, late game. 8 o'clock Eastern, or 8 o'clock Eastern, right?
Is it? I don't know.
Central. Might be 8
o'clock. 8 o'clock Central. That's crazy.
It is 8 o'clock Central, 9 p.m. on the East Coast.
Local time? That's ridiculous.
9 p.m. where they're playing. I guess they want that California crowd. But still, that's 6 p.m. 9 p.m. That is pretty crazy, actually. I would not be happy if I was a Boston player or fan.
No.
Anyone on the East Coast. All right, let's move on to the Women's College World Series. I don't know about you, but softball has become one of my favorite sports to watch. I love watching softball.
I tweeted that like a month or so ago. Like college softball is maybe top 2. I mean,
dude, it's top 2 and it ain't 2, bro.
Yeah, like it's just so. I don't know because I hate baseball. I don't watch baseball at all.
I've been watching a little bit of the World Series, but otherwise, I don't like baseball. I'll watch a little, like MLB. I'll only watch like my team and then maybe some other like late night games, like the Sunday night, Monday night, those games. But otherwise, yeah.
I don't even do that. Like I wouldn't even say I have an MLB team at this point. Like I kind of been keeping.
Why are you rocking what was that, St. Louis, the Cardinals hat? And the Braves. San Fran. All right, yeah, keep pulling them out. LA, geez, bandwagon. You got it. Whoever wins this year, you're set. Whoever wins, you're set. All right, I like that
one. I just wear hats, bro. But softball is just exciting, bro. It's fast, and it probably helps that OU is so good. But I mean, I've been watching games that OU wasn't playing in. Like it's just, I don't know. I love it.
I know. I'm watching full force this College World Series. I mean, I love it, man. I love watching it. But it's been crazy this World Series. I mean, we got an all SEC finals matchup. Too soon to say that? No. All Big 12 finals matchup. I think this is the third or fourth time ever that's happened interconference matchup in the finals.
Mhm.
But OU looked like they were in trouble. First place
Yeah.
team, losing to UCLA, 5-0, I believe, and then coming back and winning the biggest margin ever, 15-0. This Jocelyn Allo, man, there's nobody like her. She's one of the greatest athletes, probably the greatest softball player of all time, but also one of like the best athletes to ever come through OU. Just how incredibly remarkable that is. And this girl's numbers would be up here if she wasn't being walked the first half of the season.
She's one of the best athletes at her sport that there has been, I would say.
Yeah.
Like Floyd and Michael Jordan type shit, like Tom Brady. You know, like she's. I know you don't like Tom Brady.
Who's Tom Brady,
but
man? Who is Tom Brady?
you're
Man?
right. I don't know.
Peyton Manning, my guy. Do
She's
you see he was at the World Series?
Peyton.
Yeah, he was sitting in the
I
upper
didn't.
deck for one of the games.
Watching who?
I don't remember which team it was, but it was. I think it was whoever Texas was playing. It might have been like UCLA, like
After
that.
they lost OU.
Yeah, I believe so. I think for the elimination or something. No, it would have been some whoever Texas played before Oklahoma State. I think it was.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I forgot
Maybe
why.
he'll be there. Maybe he'll be there tomorrow.
He might be. I'm gonna try to meet. I'm gonna try to meet him. That'd be cool to see. There are gonna be a lot of famous people there. A lot of famous OU players. Maybe Matthew McConaughey will be there.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, I mean, we got Reed Newport in the house, AKA. He's gonna be there. I mean, if anyone wants to send us money for some tickets, send them over. You know, Burgers and Brats, get that cash app. Send that money to us. We want to go watch. I want to talk about the Oklahoma State Texas game. Did you watch that? I watched both of those games. That's how much I love softball, and I hate both teams. And I hate both teams. And I watched those games.
I was so conflicted. Like, I'm
gonna be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have been. I'm gonna be honest. I rooted for Texas. I think that may have been one of the first times ever. This is actually like good for OSU because I knew OSU was a better team. So OU would have a much easier time beating the Shorthorns in the final. I do like the Oklahoma State head coach. I do like him. I do like someone from Oklahoma State. I like their head coach. But just and to
he used to be the groundskeeper at OU.
He was something like that, and then he just kept up and everything. I think he went to Florida
State. That says a lot about little brother.
Yeah, little brother. I mean, little sister. There, they can't.
No, shout out to him though. He's a good coach.
Yeah, he's a really good coach. I mean, they've been nothing. They just cannot win when they get to the championship part. Like I think last year they had that 2 a.m. game against Florida State in the Final Four that they lost. So that sucks. I mean, that was awful. But you got to win one game out of two to make it to the first ever time to play in the championship series part, the final parts, and against a team who you beaten 4 times this year. I think they've beaten Texas 4 times this year. You don't get
it was something like 20-1 or something. Like Texas hadn't beaten them very often recently. No, they were talking about it in the broadcast.
Texas has not been good at ball or softball. It has not been. But I mean, you lose 5-0 the first game. You're like, okay, we're not putting our best pitcher out. We're gonna put out our pitcher, who is one of the best pitchers in the league. She is one of the best pitchers. And then you go up 5-0. You go up 1-0. You go up 3-0, and then you go up 5-0. And to just choke that away. My heart was hurting a little bit, just that much, for Oklahoma State. But you had the right fielder who had never played out there in the right field get put out there. Made an error. If she probably feels that cleanly, throws it in, it's probably bases loaded. But
that wasn't the bad error on that play.
Dude, and then you're rocket launching, your infield is rocket launching the ball to second base to the outfield. I don't know who taught her that, but you do not rocket launch the ball towards the wide open outfield out there, and just it was tough to watch. You just like,
The,
oh,
the thing that was really tough to watch to me was once that happened, they were done.
hmm you
Like
like you knew it, you
they
know,
lost the game as soon as the ball hit the left field wall.
You're just like, dude, just lob it to her. No one's even right
Or
there.
just don't
You
even
know,
throw it. Like they scored
no,
the run, just give it back
yeah,
to the pitcher.
yeah. Like girl was
But
halfway to third already. Just give it to her.
it
But
took the air out of the whole team.
I heard this on the broadcast too, and I was noticing it. It was, I mean, that was the fifth inning. You still got two more innings to go.
Yeah, down one.
Yeah, you're down one. You still got you've got the one of the best pitchers in softball, and they just look so defeated against a team who they never lose to. So it was just something about that. They just gave it. They threw in the towel. It looked like it felt like,
Yeah,
there was no emotion, no smiling, just tears and frowns before the game was even over. Texas,
yeah. And
meanwhile, just high, hear their fans and everything.
the pitcher held it together too. The next two innings, I mean, she was fine. They had every opportunity to score a run.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that Texas pitcher, Check or whatever, she pitched that shutout in the first game, and then she comes back in after I think they give up that 5-0. I think she came in as soon as that happened, and then pitches great again. So this is going to be a fun World Series to watch. OU, the number one overall seed, Texas, the first unranked team to ever make it to the final parts. And it's their first time ever in the final. Yeah, so this is the third ever intra-conference championship series. Only 4 times ever has a team gone back to back in winning the national championship. OU did it last in 2016 and 17, I believe. What are your predictions in this final? I know tickets are expensive on Thursday, which means they're planning for a celebration on Thursday night.
yeah, they are because I wanted to go on Thursday night and I figured I just should go to game one because I paid enough. Um,
What's wrong with paying a little more? A little more.
uh, I paid enough. I'll enjoy game one. Um, I got OU in 10 innings.
10 innings? You gotta go in
Yep,
double.
yep.
You
No,
gotta go in
no.
extras.
The series, 10 innings.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, run
No,
rule.
I
Run
don't think
rule.
you can run rule in the champ series. I think that's
No,
not a
they
thing.
just changed that, I think, just a few years ago. I heard them say.
Yeah, but
Oh, smart. Did you see Aloe, what she said before that 5-run jack or that grand slam? She was
for the
like,
Grand Slam,
5 innings? All right,
she's the
all
goat.
right, I got you. Yeah, I got you.
She's the goat.
Yeah,
No, but um, I don't think anyone in the country could beat OU 2 out of 3 times. They may drop one. Texas has beat them before, um, and they almost kind of need to be woken up sometimes. I feel like it takes somebody to
yeah,
piss them off a little bit. I think that's what happened
because you're that good, you
Monday against
expect to go in and
UCLA.
win. Yeah,
Yeah, um, but nobody's going to beat them 2 out of 3 times.
exactly. I mean, Texas has to have a perfect game
Yeah,
twice to beat this team. That's super hard to do. This Texas team, I mean, they were unranked for a reason coming into the World WCWS, but you get hot, and then they made it this far. So, I mean, anything can happen. Anything can happen in the Red River rivalry. We know that
definitely,
as
definitely.
football fans, basketball fans, it doesn't matter your record. It doesn't, nothing matters in this series. Anything can happen. And I'm sure it can happen in softball because Texas handed them their first loss during a Sunday this season. So OU and 2.
I'm gonna go OU in 2. I wouldn't be surprised if they dropped one. Like I said, they sometimes can kind of coast. I hope it's not game one because then I would be 0 for 2 at World Series games that I've been to.
Yeah, you can't go
So
Thursday or
hopefully,
Friday then.
if if they lose Wednesday, and I'll never go again. Like I'll just I'll just take my L. So hopefully they win game one. And I think honestly, if they win game one, then probably in two. So I'll go OU in two.
Yeah, it'll be a little different just because the rivalry aspect. So I mean, no one's gonna be. OU probably won't be as laid. They definitely won't be as laid back as a championship game, obviously. But also OU Texas. So I do think OU wins 2-0. I think one game will be pretty close. But I think they stage a pretty huge game and win pretty big single handedly in one
They
of them.
dropped game
So,
one last year. Never know.
yeah, that is true. They did.
We'll see. It's exciting. You never know what's going to happen. That's why we love softball.
You don't. Yeah, we love softball. It's not because of the girls. It's not because of them.
Not as
Yeah,
OU
it is
fan.
'cause
Maybe Texas.
Dude,
They went. We'll talk about it
talk
later. They
about
won one of the contests.
off camera. It's not the girls in tight pants, guys. But yeah, softball. Watch that tonight on ESPN at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So pretty late matchup on the East Coast, but 7:30 prime time in the Central time. Have you been paying attention to what's been happening in golf?
So I've seen a little bit about the dude leaving the PGA Tour. Somebody got a ridiculous contract, didn't they?
There have been a few ridiculous contracts with the Saudi Arabia blood money that has been going around over here. I am pissed at the Saudi Arabian LIV tour for this because I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of these kids or these guys leaving the PGA Tour. I don't like it. It's a lot to get into, but Dustin Johnson, like probably the one you saw, was offered I think $152 million, and that's per year to go play in like 6 tournaments.
And that much. Didn't even ever have to win a tournament.
No, right.
That's crazy.
So the LIV tournament for the Saudi Arabias, where they're gonna be playing everywhere. I think one's in Canada, one I think two are in the US, one's in London. The first one opens up this week, this weekend in London. So that's the first one of the year. Dustin Johnson said he'll be playing in that. So first place, on top of these insurmountable contracts that are just set for life, first place gets $3 million. Last place, there's no cut. So in PGA Tour, there's a cut line. Half the field gets cut. There is no cut line in this. There's not as many people in this, and the level of difficulty with the players, it's not as much. Like PGA Tour, you got a lot of really good dudes, but this one's going to be like college. There's a kid from Vanderbilt that's coming in and joining this, so it's going to be young dudes, guys from the European Tour no one really knows about yet, and just some of these bigger groups or these other players that have come off the PGA Tour that are getting this money. But last place gets $150,000, so guaranteed last place you get $150,000 in a tournament. Smaller field, no cuts, and these tournaments are only 3 days, so instead of 4. So less wear and tear on your body. You get 3 days. And like I said, not as many tournaments. So it's more money for less work, but you're taking this money. It's kind of this blood money that we're talking about. Saudi Arabians, it's just the shut up and play golf. That's what these guys are doing, basically.
Can you blame them? Can you blame the guys? I mean, the league, I get you don't like, but
I don't like the dudes. I don't like the dudes who left. I don't like them. I get it. I get it. Listen to this. Tiger Woods. Can you tell me have you seen how much time or how much money he was offered?
I didn't see that.
Close to $1 billion to join this league. Billion.
That's nice. He didn't take it. He didn't need it though. He's got more money than he needs.
I mean, Jack Nicklaus was offered a couple million to be like the head sponsor guy.
He's like 80, isn't he?
He's like 82. So I mean, he's up there. So he was offered a couple million, but he built the PGA Tour and they went after him. So there is no regard here for anything. Some of these other players are joining. Ricky Fowler, who I think is one of the most overrated golfers. I've never been a fan. He has not won a PGA. He has not won a single tournament in the PGA. So he's not won a single
Has he
one.
really not?
Hmm.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I mean, pretty overrated from my aspect. And then he's 175th, I think, overall on the tour. So I mean, of course he's gonna go join. I mean, he's not winning over here. He's
Yeah.
guaranteed 150,000 when he gets last over there. You got Phil Mickelson, obviously, who made the big news, being the first one to leave. Dustin Johnson, who's getting 152 million or whatever. Luis Ostasian, or I butchered his name, but see, he's not even that important. He's going to join. You got Kevin Na, Ian Poulter, Sergio Garcia, who won the Masters about 10 years ago, and then Taylor Gooch, who's a pretty mid. He's an okay guy, pretty mid level right now, but Taylor Gooch got offered 30 million. So they're offering these mid level dudes $30 million to go play over there. So and apparently I saw Dustin
It'd be
Johnson.
hard to say no.
I know. Dustin Johnson is making more on that contract than I think Tiger Woods has made in his golf earnings.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
So,
I mean,
what would you go say? All right, it could be different if you're Dustin Johnson hasn't won since he was a pretty remarkable dude. I mean, he won the Masters in 2020. He's won a lot before that, but he has not won since. A bunch of these dudes are dudes who have not really won. Like they've had a few top 10 finishes, obviously, but they really haven't won. They haven't really. I'm not going to tournaments to watch these dudes play
no.
anyways. But
Phil
so
kind of shocks. It's
yeah,
kind of shocking, but
Phil's a little shocking. But if you're a lower level dude, would you would take the money?
it'd be real hard not to, dude. It'd be
What if you
real hard not to.
what if you're Phil Mickelson, who's won a lot? What ton?
No, I wouldn't. I don't think
You
he has
jeopardize your
anything
whole
in
credibility in your
legacy.
life.
Yeah,
Yeah, your legacy.
absolutely. But if you're Ricky Fowler, you just said never won a. I didn't even realize he never won a tournament.
Yeah.
But I mean, and they're giving him, I'm sure, double-digit millions.
Yeah. What about Dustin
No,
Johnson, who's he won a lot
see,
before
yeah,
2020.
yeah, because
He hasn't
and I
won
feel like
since.
he still had some potential. I mean, I don't know. I don't follow golf that close, but
Yeah.
just I don't know. It'd be hard not to take
Yeah,
that
you're
money.
set for life. I mean, he's already got a fine woman with him. What I forgot her name, but saw her at the Southern Hills. He's in good hands, bro. He doesn't need any more. He needs nothing more good to happen in his life, man. He's already set. He's already good for life with her.
He's blessed.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. But I think, do you think more of these players? So the thing was, we didn't know if the PGA Tour was going to allow these players to come back and play some of these tournaments. But next week is the U.S. Open, and they are going to allow Phil Mickelson, DJ, all these other players to come back and play in that pretty big U.S. Open. So we didn't really know how that would how that would happen. I do not believe that the PGA Tour should let them come back and play. What are your thoughts on that?
That probably held a lot of guys from going because they didn't know how they would handle it. I wouldn't be surprised if the fact that if they keep letting them play both, why wouldn't you
That was my next question to you.
Go get another 10 million if you can still come back and win the Masters. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So you think the PGA Tour should let these guys come in back and play even after you leave to join a competitive or a different
No,
rival?
because it almost seems just like a I don't know what I would call it, like Logan Paul's boxing. Like it almost seems like obviously they're real golfers, but it's more just like a TV like social media type of thing than actual the best golfers in the world. So I feel like if you're the PGA and you want to keep that integrity of,
Yeah.
Dana
There's
White's
more
not letting
integrity with it.
Dana White's not letting his dudes go fight Jake Paul. I'll say that.
Exactly. Good point there. Yeah. I think they're losing integrity with that. I
Yeah.
don't think these guys should be able to come back and play. You choose the money or the staying loyal to the PGA Tour. Go get your money. I don't care. Get out of my face. I'm not going to watch you anyways. I don't care about you anymore. You're dead to me. I don't care.
Yeah.
But so I guess you think more people are going to join after these like certain few weeks of backlash are over,
I
and what they
mean,
see, what the PGA Tour.
if they're letting them play both and they can figure out the schedule and go make an extra 20 million a year, yeah, I would I definitely bet a
20
lot more
million.
guys
I'm
are gonna go.
seeing 500 million. They don't even making that much.
Yeah,
But yeah, I agree. I think more people are going to join after they really see what the PGA Tour lets them do. I'm not. I don't like it. I don't like the LIV tour. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm boycotting. I don't even care. There's like 6 dudes in here who I know. Otherwise, it's just um, random dudes from the European tour. But you can't blame some of these dudes. I guess these lower level guys. I mean, especially if you're just getting out of college and you're offered a
yeah,
couple million. I mean, these dudes are getting. These are guys are set for life after this. Just signing one contract, not even getting earnings, and they're winnings from the tournaments. So, um, anything else to add on the golf?
no, I think that's it.
All right. Anything else on NBA before we go? Winding it down. Just go Celtics.
Um,
Screw the Warriors.
let's go Celtics. Yeah, well, hopefully Jason Tatum holds it together.
Yeah,
Uh,
let's get a better plus minus guy.
Steph needs his MVP though. If the Warriors have to win, I hope that he doesn't lose the finals
Dude, I hope
MVP.
so. You know how funny that would be. Oh my goodness, that's an argument for eternity. Because I mean, they'll probably be back. Who knows? I mean, this team knows how to win, obviously. But yeah, if he doesn't win NBA Finals MVP, that's a knock on the legacy for sure.
Bad for sure, bad.
Mhm. All right, Boomer Sooner. We'll all be watching the Women's College World Series. Reed will be there. Reed,
Sure. Let me
thanks for
know.
joining us.
You need some sideline reporter for Burgers and Brats. Let me know. I
Yeah,
can
may
do a
need you
little.
to go live, start interviewing the players, trying to get in the dugout. I mean, try to just lean the mic over into the dugout, get us
I
some of
got
that
you. We'll
firsthand.
We'll talk after we finish. I'll get some post
Um,
game interviews with Coach Gasso.
exactly. Try and do that. I mean, just I'm sure they'll let you. I'm sure they will. Just
Probably.
we'll make a Burgers and Brats ID pass. I mean, we'll just make Barstool. We'll just make a Barstool pass. It'll be the same thing. Same thing.
Yeah.
Reed, give out your socials for everyone listening.
Man, my personal stuff. 580 smoke. It's not my phone number, like Braxton has thought before. Um, my socials on everything.
What's the
Like
social
I
security
said,
number again?
uh, um, like I said, go check out OK on everything. We do dope content for like hip hop, media, interviews, behind the scenes, event coverage, just a bunch of cool stuff going on in like the hip hop scene in Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Lawton, just kind of everywhere. So check that out.
All right, go give a follow to OAKA and Reed at 580 Smoke. Meanwhile, you guys make sure you listen on any streaming platform at Burgers and Brats, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, Pandora, anywhere, and then watch on YouTube at Burgers and Brats. Thank you all for listening. Take care, stay safe, Boomer Sooner, and go Celtics.